Welcome to my summer school classroom. It's PLC time, and as you can see, my room is actually empty. This is because my PLC buddy is out of town on a family emergency. So I've been going over my data and thinking about what it is that I'm going to do this summer based on the data that I've gotten. And I've had some very interesting data. So the data said on the pre-assessment that my students all pretty much aced the pre-assessment minus about 4 students out of 44. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do now? So I went back and I looked more carefully at the work that they actually did on the pre-assessment. And what I discovered was that my students are really lacking in graphing skills. While they can make a graph, their graphs aren't great. It's missing a lot of stuff and they have to be told every little thing to put on there. So I'm taking my science lessons and we are now doing science experiments with the sole purpose of getting data to graph, and then we're going to talk and analyze our data and tell us how the graph tells us information. So today is going to be the first attempt at this. Yesterday with most of the kids, or Monday and Tuesday actually, the idea of graphing and explicitly bar graphs was introduced, and that all graphs must have tails. And if you're wondering what tails are, well, let me show you. Tails is an acronym for the kids, and TAILS stands for title, axis, intervals, labels, and scale. And I'm pretty sure I have a typo up there, sorry. So we talked about tails, we did some practice graphs, all in bars, looking at data, and about 40% of the kids, with just having this acronym in front of them, were able to graph and make sure that the graph had all of the appropriate information. A lot of the others got about half, and then there were some where you still had to walk every little step of the way. So today, because it's summer school and we're supposed to have fun, we're gonna do an experiment. And our experiment today is just gonna look at paper towels, and we're gonna compare the strength of paper towels. Oh, I'm knocking everything off. And then we're gonna collect data and see how our paper towels compare. We're gonna create, I have 6 classes altogether, so I will create data for all 6. We'll make gigantic graphs, compare the data between individuals and that should take us 2 or 3 days. So I see my kids every other day. So we have today, and then next Monday or Tuesday, then hopefully next Wednesday or Thursday, because I promised them an experiment every week. We'll do another experiment where we'll collect some more data and we'll create another graph. And hopefully this can be kind of student driven, where maybe we've done the paper towels and the kids want to go further and they want to test something different. So in my PLC, we've been talking about with the other science teacher, just how can we do science process skills with the students and get them thinking and going through some of the engineering design process and all of that. So I've worked with her sub on how to do Saving Sam, because last week we worked on hypotheses with the kids. So now they're gonna do an application. They'll still do hypotheses in here, but we're gonna change the focus over to graphing. So a little chaotic, but I think this is what data is supposed to do. Keep you on your toes, keep you thinking, keep you constantly modifying, adapting, changing, saying, hey, the kids don't get this, let's go back. Let kids get this, let's go further. I don't know, but let's see where the data leads me. So the data says right now, graphing's what it's gotta be, so graphing is what it's gonna do. So have a great day, and we'll let you know how it all goes.